In this video, I will tell you 5 gold making mistakes even some experienced gold farmers make and how to fix them. I guarantee that if you stop doing these, your weekly and monthly profits will go up significantly. If you are new to the game or new in the gold making community, then this video will show you some essential advice I needed when I was starting out. And even if you are an expert in gold making, you can still find something useful you can apply to your daily WoW routine. The number one mistake in this video is your auction house variety. Specifically, not enough variety in the items you are selling. When it comes to transmog, people tend to farm a single dungeon a few times, post 100 items, and expect to get consistent daily sales. You should do a variety of dungeons from different expansions instead of spamming the same instance all the time. And when it comes to quantity, we should be talking thousands instead of hundreds if you want to see sales and profits every day and week. Of course, the amount depends on how picky you are with the items you post and the items you vendor. Materials sell exponentially faster than transmog and provide a steady gold stream, but most old content materials take a few days to sell. I would advise to farm and sell as many materials as you can, focusing on the more profitable ones, and if you need inspiration, check out my 2 solo gold farm videos, links in the description. Those videos will show you routes you need to get the most items for your time invested. Another tip is to sell items in many markets. For example, current content materials, old world materials, pets, mounts, gear, consumables, etc. Number 2 is a quick one, and it's undercutting. With materials, there is literally no reason to undercut with the auction house rework, and will only lower the price of items, which ultimately makes your own profits lower for no reason. On the other side, there is value to undercutting transmog, because we aren't talking tens of thousands of items, but only a few. The thing is, I see people undercut transmog by 10, 20, 30 or even more %, and it makes no sense in most scenarios. I would just recommend to set your TSM operations up to undercut by only 1 copper, so you are still ahead of the previous seller, but you aren't unnecessarily artificially lowering the price of the item. Mistake number 3 is reposting, and just like number 1, it is not enough reposting. Now, I'm not talking about cancelling and reposting all your auctions 4 or 5 times a day. In my opinion, this amount is completely unnecessary. Some people trying to make gold farm materials, post them up for 48 hours, and leave them in the mailbox for 3 more days after the auction runs out, and then complain that they make no gold. I'd recommend trying to post your auctions once a day, either in the morning or in the evening, depending on when you have time. Number 4 on this list are professions. I would like to preface this with the fact that professions are getting a big rework in Dragonflight, and it's looking like they will be a lot more relevant and fun in general, so you should be excited. I included professions on this list because if you are crafting gear or consumables, they either become irrelevant or unprofitable fairly quickly after a new expansion or patch comes out, and you are better off just selling the materials. Of course, this applies to people who craft only a few and sell them, not for people who invest a lot of gold to make thousands of flasks and potions. Crafting transmog is very profitable on paper. It simply requires too much research and time investment to be worth for beginners and people who want to get into transmog. If you want to do that, I would recommend farming dungeons and open world farms first to have a good amount of items on your auction house before you start crafting. The last point in this video is focusing on the wrong items. What I mean by that is, if you want to make steady gold to pay for regular WoW expenses, WoW tokens or anything else, you shouldn't run Uldaman or similar dungeons for dozens of hours just to try to get the Pendulum of Doom or other impossibly rare items that sell for millions of gold. Also, I completely understand why this is fun for a lot of people. I find looking for rare items as well, but like I said, you can spend hundreds or more hours before you get anything worth a lot of gold. These were only a few tips and tricks I would have liked to know when I was starting out with gold making that I learned over the years. I hope you learned something new, and this video will bring more gold your way. Give it a like and subscribe to the channel for more WoW videos and possibly a part 2 to gold making mistakes. Thank you for watching my video.